Hey, we are in Proverbs chapters 5 through 8 in the contemporary English version. And today we've got some good stuff. We are going to get a lot of wisdom concerning relationships, concerning money, concerning work. And so let's just jump right into Proverbs chapter 5. My son, if you listen closely to my wisdom and good sense, you will have sound judgment and you will always know the right thing to say. The words of an immoral woman may be as sweet as honey and as smooth as olive oil, but all that you really get from being with her is bitter poison and pain. If you follow her, she will lead you down to the world of the dead. She has missed the path that leads to life and doesn't even know it. My son, listen to me and do everything I say. Stay away from a bad woman. Don't even go near the door of her house. You will lose your self respect and end up in debt to some cruel person for the rest of your life. Strangers will get your money and everything else you have worked for. When it's all over, your body will waste away as you groan and shout, I hated advice and correction. I paid no attention to my teachers, and now I am disgraced in front of everyone. You should be faithful to your wife, just as you take water from your own well. And don't be like a stream from which just any woman may take a drink. Save yourself for your wife, and don't have sex with other women. Be happy with the wife you married when you were young. She is beautiful and graceful, just like a deer. You should be attracted to her and stay deeply in love. Don't go crazy over a woman who is unfaithful to her own husband. The Lord sees everything and he watches us closely. Sinners are trapped and caught by their own evil deeds. They get lost and die because of their foolishness and lack of self-control. My child, suppose you agree to pay the debt of someone who cannot repay a loan. Then you are trapped by your own words, and you are now in the power of someone else. Here's what you should do. Go and beg for permission to call off the agreement. Do this before you fall asleep or even get sleepy. Save yourself, just as a deer or a bird tries to escape from a hunter. You lazy people can learn by watching an anthill. Ants don't have leaders, but they store up food during harvest season. How long will you lie there doing nothing at all? When are you going to get up and stop sleeping? Sleep a little, doze a little, fold your hands and twiddle your thumbs. Suddenly everything is gone as though it had been taken by an armed robber. Worthless liars go around winking and giving signals to deceive others. They are always thinking up something cruel and evil, and they stir up trouble. But they will be struck by sudden disaster and left without hope. There are 6 or 7 kinds of people the Lord doesn't like. Those who are too proud or tell lies or murder, those who make evil plans or are quick to do wrong, those who tell lies in court or stir up trouble in a family. Obey the teaching of your parents. Always keep it in mind and never forget it. Their teaching will guide you when you walk, protect you when you sleep, talk to you when you are awake. The law of the Lord is a lamp, and its teachings shine brightly. Correction and self-control will lead you through life. They will protect you from the flattering words of someone else's wife. Don't let yourself be attracted by the charm and lovely eyes of someone like that. A woman who sells her love can be bought for as little as the price of a meal, but making love to another man's wife will cost you everything. If you carry burning coals, you burn your clothes. If you step on hot coals, you burn your feet. And if you go to bed with another man's wife, you pay the price. We don't put up with thieves, not even with one who steals for something to eat. And thieves who get caught must pay back 7 times what is stolen and lose everything. But if you go to bed with another man's wife, you will destroy yourself by your own stupidity. You will be beaten and forever disgraced, because a jealous husband can be furious and merciless when he takes revenge. He won't let you pay him off, no matter what you offer. My son, pay close attention and don't forget what I tell you to do. Obey me and you will live. Let my instructions be your greatest treasure. Keep them at your fingertips. Write them in your mind. Let wisdom be your sister and make common sense your closest friend. They will protect you from the flattering words of someone else's wife. From the window of my house, I once happened to see some foolish young men. It was late in the evening, sometime after dark. One of these young men turned the corner and was walking by the house of an unfaithful wife. She was dressed fancy, like a woman of the street with only one thing in mind. She was one of those women who are loud and restless and never stays at home, who walks street after street waiting to trap a man. She grabbed him and kissed him, and with no sense of shame, she said, I had to offer a sacrifice, and there is enough meat left over for a feast, so I came looking for you, and here you are. The sheets on my bed are bright-colored cloth from Egypt, and I have covered it with perfume made of myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Let's go there and make love all night. My husband is traveling, and he's far away. He took a lot of money along, and he won't be back home before the middle of the month. And so she tricked him with all of her sweet talk and her flattery. At once he followed her like an ox on the way to be slaughtered, or like a fool on the way to be punished and killed with arrows. He was no more than a bird rushing into a trap without knowing it would cost him his life. My son, pay close attention to what I have said. Don't even think about what that kind of a woman, or let yourself be misled by someone like her. Such a woman has caused the downfall and destruction of a lot of men. Her house is a one-way street leading straight down to the world of the dead. With great understanding, wisdom is calling out as she stands at the crossroads on every hill. She stands by the city gate where everyone enters the city, and she shouts, I'm calling out to each one of you. Good sense and sound judgment can be yours. Listen, because what I say is worthwhile and right. I always speak the truth and refuse to tell a lie. Every word I speak is honest. Not one is misleading or deceptive. If you have understanding, you will see that my words are just what you need. Let instruction and knowledge mean more to you than silver or the finest gold. Wisdom is worth much more than precious jewels or anything else you desire. I am wisdom. Common sense is my closest friend. I possess knowledge and sound judgment. If you respect the Lord, you will hate evil. I hate pride and conceit and deceitful lies. I am strong, and I offer sensible advice and sound judgment. By my power, kings govern, and rulers make laws that are fair. Every honest leader rules with help from me. I love everyone who loves me, and I will be found by all who honestly search. I can make you rich and famous, important and successful. What you receive from me is more valuable than even the finest gold or the purest silver. I always do what is right, and I give great riches to everyone who loves me. From the beginning, I was the Lord. I was there before he began to create the earth. At the very first, the Lord gave life to me. When I was born, there were no oceans or springs of water. My birth was before mountains were formed or hills were put in place. It happened long before God had made the earth or any of its fields or even the dust. I was there when the Lord put the heavens in place and stretched the sky over the surface of the sea. I was with him when he placed the clouds in the sky and created the springs that fill the ocean. I was there when he set boundaries for the sea to make it obey him, and when he laid foundations to support the earth. I was right beside the Lord, helping him plan and build. I made him happy each day. I was happy at his side. I was pleased with his world and pleased with its people. Pay attention, my children. Follow my advice, and you will be happy. Listen carefully to my instructions, and you will be wise. Come to my home each day and listen to me. You will find happiness. By finding me, you find life, and the Lord will be pleased with you. But if you don't find me, you hurt only yourself. And if you hate me, you are in love with death. So we get some different pictures, a lot of different wisdoms happening. Just think about the ants for a minute. It mentions it in chapter 6. When you watch an ant, it's amazing what they can do. After a storm, you walk out and all of a sudden there's an anthill already. They work like crazy all the time. They say that an ant only lives 45 to 60 days. But what they accomplish in that short amount of time is amazing. It reminds us and our life, and it reminds us of wisdom. Life is God's gift to us. What we do with our life is our gift back to God. We're creating our legacy. And so the challenge is to seek wisdom with all of your heart, to use that to glorify God, to not waste our time on life, waste our life here, but to give it and live it for God. Seek wisdom first. Have a great day.